Hi, welcome to Learn. Interesting facts about Ebola virus. What is Ebola virus? Ebola is a rare but deadly virus that causes fever, body ache, diarrhea, etc. When it enters the body, it kills cells and also makes some of them to explode. It affects the immune system, causes heavy bleeding inside and outside the body, and damages almost every organs. Ebola virus disease mostly affects people and non-human primates like monkeys, gorillas, and chimpanzees. It is caused by an infection with a group of viruses within the genus Ebola virus. Let us tell you that Ebola virus disease is also known as Ebola haemorrhagic fever. No doubt it often causes fatal illness in humans. What is the origin of Ebola virus? In 1976, first time the Ebola virus disease appeared in two simultaneous outbreaks, one in Zara, South Sudan, and the other in Yambuku, DRC. The latter it occurred in a village near the Ebola River, from where the disease got its name. Do you know that the 2014 to 16 Ebola outbreaks was the largest outbreak since the virus was first discovered in 1976. The outbreak of Ebola started in Guinea and then moved across land borders to Sierra Leone and Liberia. And the outbreak in 2018 to 19 in eastern DRC is highly complex, affecting public health. Ebola virus family. The family of Ebola virus includes three genera. First, let us tell you that the virus family is Filoviridae, which includes three genera, namely Gua virus, Marburg virus, and Ebola virus. 6 species within the genus Ebola virus have been identified, namely Jairi, Boundibugyo, Sudan, Toy Forest, Reston, and Bamboli. In 2014 to 16, outbreaks in West Africa belongs to Jairi Ebola virus species. Transmission. The host of natural Ebola virus belongs to Pterophodia family, which is a fruit bat. Into the human population, it enters by close contact with the blood, secretions, organs, or other fluids of infected animals like fruit bats, chimpanzees, gorillas, monkeys, forest antelope found ill or dead in the rainforest. Human-to-human transmission by direct contact through broken skin or mucous membranes, like from the blood of a person who is sick or has died from Ebola. Contaminated objects with body fluid like blood, feces, vomit from a sick person with Ebola, or from the dead body of a person who died from this disease. Symptoms. The time interval from infection with the virus onset of symptoms is from 2 to 21 days. If a person is infected with Ebola, but until and unless symptoms will not arise in a person, disease will not spread. The symptoms are high fever, fatigue, muscle pain, headache, sore throat, weakness, stomach pain, lack of appetite, vomiting, diarrhea, rash, symptoms of impaired kidney and liver function, internal and external bleeding in some cases like oozing from the gums, blood in stools, etc., low white blood cells and platelet counts. How Ebola virus disease is diagnosed. It can be difficult to clinically diagnose Ebola virus disease from other infectious diseases like malaria and typhoid. Below mentioned are some diagnostic methods due to which Ebola virus infected can be diagnosed. Antibody capture enzyme linked immunosorbent assay, simply called ELISA, antigen capture detection test, serum neutralization test, reverse transcriptase polymerase chain reaction or TPCR assay. electron microscopy, virus isolation by cell culture. Let us tell you that diagnostic tests are also evaluated through the WHO emergency use assessment and listing process. WHO has also recommended some current tests that includes for routine diagnostic management automated or semi-automated nucleic acid test, simply called NAT, and rapid antigen detection test for use in remote settings where nucleic acid tests are not readily available. These mentioned above the tests are recommended for screening purpose as a part of surveillance activities. The samples that are collected from patients are an extreme biohazard risk. All the specimens collected are packed by using triple packing system when transported nationally or internationally. Is Ebola virus disease is a contagious disease? Ebola virus disease can be highly contagious. Yes, Ebola virus disease can be highly contagious. The person becomes contagious when the first symptoms begin to appear like fever until he dies. After the death of a person, his body is extremely contagious until its cremation or burial. If an individual survives with the Ebola virus disease, the person remains contagious for approximately 21 to 42 days after the symptoms abate. It is also said that the Ebola virus have been detected in the semen of men from many months and in the eyes of males and females for months, but it is not clear yet how much contagious is the virus in these locations. Treatments. Treatment of Ebola virus disease is often limited, which includes intravenous fluids and electrolytes to treat dehydration, maintaining blood pressure, providing oxygen, blood transfusions, that is replacing blood through transfusions, and treating additional infections that may develop subsequently. Treatment for other infections. In the ongoing outbreak of Ebola virus in 2018 to 2019 in Congo, the first time multi-drug randomized controlled trial is being conducted to evaluate the effectiveness and safety of the drug used in the treatment of the patient. Currently, potential treatments are being evaluated, including blood products, immunotherapies, and drug therapies. Vaccine. Vaccine RVSV Debo is being used in the outgoing outbreaks of Ebola virus disease in DRC. This vaccine was proved highly protective against EVD in Guinea in 2015. Prevention and control. Wildlife to human transmission should be reduced. Risk of human to human transmission should be reduced. Certain measures should be taken care life safe and dignified burial of dead body that suffered from EVD. Identifying people who are suffered from EVD and monitor their health for 21 days, etc. Sexual transmission should also be reduced. Let's see key facts. In 1976, Ebola virus was first discovered near the Ebola River in Democratic Republic of Congo, simply called DRC. Ebola virus gets its name from the Ebola River, which is one of the villages in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Ebola virus disease is also known as Ebola haemorrhagic fever. Ebola virus spreads to people through direct contact with the bodily fluids of a person who is sick with or has died from EVD. The average Ebola virus disease case fatality rate is around 50%. In past outbreaks, case fatality rate varied from 25% to 90%. Engagement of community is the key to successfully controlling the outbreaks. Outbreaks can be controlled case management, preventing infection and control practices, surveillance and contact traces, good laboratory services, dignified burial and social mobilization. Vaccines to protect Ebola virus disease are under development. There are 6 genuses of Ebola virus and of the only 4 causes disease in people. Rest virus is known to cause disease in non-human primates and pigs, but not in humans. So now you may have come to know about the Ebola virus disease, how it is caused, its symptoms, treatment, prevention and control. For reference book, please go through the description section under this video. Thanks for watching. Thank you.